All right, so today is what, Sunday, the 22nd, October 22nd. And I know there's a lot of places you could be, a lot of places, things you could be doing, or even watching the Astros game. But so today, the lesson's going to be about courage. So to actively pursue healing takes courage a lot of people are not willing to face. To completely heal, you have to take on how you contributed to your traumas and how you gain from the traumas. And it takes courage to own what happened in your life, took your participation. So people think that they're living with things that were done to them, which is a powerless, failing, and unproductive perspective to own. It takes courage to transform your perspective from it was done to you into it was done for you. Now, if you study any successful person, you'll see how they use what they thought was done to them to fuel them for their greatness. Instead of giving up, they use the experiences as stepping stones to move them forward. Now, they may have been at rock bottom, and that was the first stepping stone, or it could have been along their path to greatness. And if you followed someone's success, you would have seen that as they were rising up with their success, they became a bigger target. Now, big targets get shot at a lot. You can perceive those shots are to hurt you or to strengthen you. And it's easy to see that someone hurt you, and it can be difficult to see how you contributed to hurting yourself or how you gain from those experiences. Then you may ask yourself, what does healing have to do with success? It has a lot to do with success. And I'll argue that the people who are most successful, which success is determined by the person, and I mean in all areas of life, not just getting rich or getting fit, are those who have done the work to heal. Now, the most successful people have lived through tragic experiences. It's not that they were given an easy life. So 3 men that came to mind as I was writing this that I know had tragic experiences, and I imagine that they considered themselves successful, were Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., and Nelson Mandela. So Gandhi and MLK Jr., as you probably know, were assassinated, and there was a group that plotted to assassinate Mandela. So being successful takes courage to risk everything to become everything you want to be. Now, I think of it like a live bucket of crabs. So as a crab's trying to climb out of the bucket, the ones underneath are trying to pull them back down. So I don't know if the crabs that are down are trying to get out, or if they're trying to keep that one crab in the crab in the bucket. But either way, the crab getting out is often defeated because of the other crabs. Now, it takes courage to accept that you are the creator of your world, and you're the only common denominator in all your failures. There's an author of The Strangest Secret, Earl Nightingale, said decades ago that everyone is self-made, but only the successful will admit it. So it takes courage to know that the pain you feel is your responsibility to heal. And without your consent, it won't be healed. So last week I said that if you have the know-how, you can heal yourself. If not, then you may need the help of an expert. But without your willingness to face the emotional traumas, no one can help you. You have to put on the life vest if you're starting to drown in your emotions. Now, it takes courage to be someone you're not familiar with being. If playing the victim is one of your coping methods, you have to give that up to heal. By playing the victim, you're taking on the perspective that your experiences of life were done to you and you were not involved. The greater you are at playing the victim, harder it's going to be to heal, because you may think you have nothing to heal. And you may think that the rest of the world needs to heal so that your life will be more enjoyable. Good luck with that. Now, that's a perspective that will give you a lot of disappointments, a lot of anger, and a lot of paralysis. For you to heal, you have to recognize that you are feeling pain, be open to the possibilities that there's healthy ways to eliminate the pain, and then recognize that you have been the one who starts your healing. Now, it takes courage to do things you've not done. To heal from trauma, you'll have to start living differently. when you feel sadness, anger, giving up, or the emotions that hurt, these are the opportunities to heal or continue to suffer. Now, last week I talked about the idea that unhealed traumas are wounds. Now, these are wounds of different levels of sensitivity and sizes. And another factor could be the emotional state you're in. So if you're feeling good, someone could do something that doesn't trigger your emotional pains. And on the flip side, have you noticed when you're feeling bad, it seems like everything goes wrong and everyone's annoying? Now, those moments that it seems like the world is against you are the most obvious times you need to work on healing. And instead of accusing other people of hurting you in the moment, reflect on why you're bothered with them. What other times has someone done something you perceive like what they did? How far back in life can you see someone else doing something like that? That is the experience where I encourage you to focus on. What I've noticed is the further back in history I go to heal experiences, the more powerful the healing is. Consider if you want to remove a big branch from a tree, would it be faster to trim the small branches and work your way all the way back to the trunk? Or would it be faster just to cut the branch at the trunk? Now, it takes courage to have a lifestyle you're not familiar with living. So you have to be someone who embraces the pains you experience and then open to the possibilities that they're only temporary and you can be healed. For you to heal, you must do the healing or seek an expert that can help you heal. And if you have the courage to be someone you're not familiar with being and doing what you've not done, inevitably you'll have a lifestyle that is news to you. Now, to have a new lifestyle takes courage to navigate the world in ways you've not experienced. This new lifestyle will give you new opportunities. New opportunities give you new choices. And when you choose a new opportunity, you have new responsibilities. And then new responsibilities force you to learn new lessons. And these new lessons cause you to become a new version of yourself. And this causes you to have a new lifestyle. New lifestyle offers new opportunities. Choosing new opportunities, again, means new responsibilities. So it's a wash, rinse, and repeat. Wash, rinse, and repeat, and then just more washing, rinsing, and repeating. So hopefully I was able to open up your mind and communicate with you on why it takes courage to heal. And you may feel a level of fear of the unknown. I'm sure there's a lot of unknowns when you consider that you'll have to start thinking differently. Instead of blaming the world for your problems, you start looking at how you contributed to your traumas and what you can learn from them. When you see how you contributed to or the lessons of your traumas, you have to choose to heal. And when you choose healing, you have to do the work that heals. And when you start healing, new experiences of life will show up for you, and you'll have to navigate life in new ways. But the alternative to this is repeating your thoughts, reacting the way you've been reacting, and continue to live the way you've been living. Now, are you going to allow yourself to be controlled by fear of the unknowns or by the sufferings that you've known for decades? Now, you may be thinking, in a world of unknowns, there's going to be pain and suffering. So what's the point? Well, there's some truth in that. You cannot avoid pain, but you choose to suffer. Suffering is a pain that you feel after you've been hurt. You may accidentally step on a nail, but are you going to pull the nail out of your foot or leave the nail in? Which I know may sound like a stupid question. But when is the best time to pull a nail out of your foot? It's right after it happened. Are you going to wait a few hours, a few days, a few decades, or are you going to die with all the nails you've stepped on in your feet? Now, choosing to heal removes the old rusty nails and the new shiny nails from your feet. Now let's jump off the recording and let's get to work.